yes. Oh, yes. There's nothing better than getting off work, rushing home to talk a little football. Ain't nothing better than it. Welcome back, Pride Nation, to another Field Review podcast show. We're just going to talk a little football, particularly Lions football. And, I'm going to have a little fun today. If you are ready to have fun, then you came to the right place. If you are ready to hear objective football talk, you came to the right place. If you were searching for a fluffy, subjective, no real reason why show, this might not be for you. I'm going to have some fun today. People, I don't know if y'all been paying attention. I don't know if y'all been as focused as I have been. But I'm dialed in, okay? I'm dialed all the way in. As they say, I'm all the way up. I'm on one. I'm feeling real good today, y'all. First of all, shout out to everybody who's in here rocking with me right now. I'm going to do some stuff that's probably going to upset a few of y'all because y'all ain't going to believe it. Haters going to say it's fake. You hear me? Haters going to say it's fake. I'm not here to take a marathon, right? Let's get right to it. The Detroit Lions, by this point, most of y'all already know, the Detroit Lions have added Michael Brockers from your Los Angeles Rams. They also added running back Jamal Williams from the Packers. Let me have my little fun. Do y'all remember this guy? Y'all remember that guy? Is he bringing back any memories? Did some of y'all blood pressure get up? I'm gonna tell you why his picture is up right now. All right? I'm gonna tell you why his picture is up. His picture is up simply because I have to at least thank him. I do. I gotta thank this man. He was so terrible. So terrible that he allowed it for the Lions to not only get a front office, but to get us in position, perfect position, to get a good draft pick for position. Oh, this man right here, he ain't did nothing else. Okay? He didn't do anything else of good. But he's also up here for another reason. Because I told you good people, it don't take 3 years to turn a team around. Now, granted, we ain't played a single game yet. But let's just go through and pay attention to some of the facts. This for you people out here. You understand me? This for you people out here. All right? There is a certain level of respect that you have to now put on this front office's name. You just have to. There are too many people who still want to buy into this notion that we are in a rebuild. I have said many times before that not only are we not in a rebuild, but that we are literally attempting to win now, to set a winning foundation. That's what it is. Right? That's what it is. They're trying to win right now. So what was the first tip in hand to this? Right? Well, the first tip in hand was the trade of Matthew Stafford. You think if that was past group of people and Stafford asked for a trade, they would have honored it? Nope. Calvin asked for it, they ain't honor it. Y'all remember when we got Sheila Ford and all I kept hearing is she's still a Ford? Remember that? Y'all remember that conversation? Y'all remember when I was saying that, nope, y'all don't get it, this is a different breed? Okay. Let's go ahead and look at what happened. I tell the people that the Lions is going to get rid of people like Justin Coleman. You know that guy right there? That guy that nobody wanted to see, that guy? And they get rid of him. And then everybody go, well, we got time to go and get some big name free agents. I said, nope. They're going to get those small, minute guys, those grunt work guys. And they go out and get this guy. You know that guy right there, Josh Hill, the tight end? I say Jesse James. Ain't looking too good. They cut him. I said that I want to make sure I'm fair. I don't want to leave nobody out on this. I said that, Danny Shelton, man, he in trouble, man. He's up for some money that we can get off of him. And what they do? They get rid of him. Bye, Danny. Right? I go on to say that not only was this the most pivotal thing, this right here, this restructuring of this guy right here, I said this is going to set everything up from the end on out. If he restructured, everybody in trouble. And what they do? They go out and they get rid of another good old bum that I personally could not wait to see gone. Right? That people just don't want to believe is there. And I'm talking about one Christian Jones. I said they was going to move on from Desmond Trufant. They told him bye. Why am I saying all this? Right? Because I want to talk football. And the best thing about talking football is being able to pay attention to the evidence before you. This man on your screen with this 2 little ass face mask traded a 2023 7th. I'm going to say it again. 2023 7th round pick for Michael Brockers. Michael Brockers can bum out here, y'all. Who in the hell gonna be mad for a guy who traded a 7th round pick 2 years from now for a player who at a average base is better than what we had? I'm not even excited for the Michael Brockers. That's not what really got me crunk. It's the idea that you traded a 7th round pick in a draft for the year 2023 to get him, and the potential of him playing next to John Pennicini. Do you realize the only thing I'm mad is that we couldn't bring back Jared Davis? Because imagine the lanes our linebackers finna have now. Imagine the lanes. Imagine what's finna happen. Right? Stay with me. We all said that we needed another running back. We all agreed on that. We need another running back. We can't play around with this. They go out and get Jamal Williams, a name that a lot of you in the chat have called out. Okay? They go out and get Jamal Williams and literally, I'm not making this up, literally paid that man a Subway sandwich, a Subway cookie, and a drink to come here from the Packers. What's worse is this. If you look at the Packers, they got Aaron Jones. They got A.J. Dillon. So he already knew that he was going to be sharing snaps. Nothing changes here, which brings me to this next point. He literally came to Detroit with a team that got DeAndre Swift, knowing damn well he ain't finna start over him. A team that got a good blocker in Kerryon Johnson, who could be on the out, but I'm going to predict that we're going to run with those 3 running backs. That Jamal Williams is an insurance policy in case Kerryon gets hurt. If Kerryon gets hurt in preseason and then he become healthy, they going to trade him at the very moment they get a chance next season. This I promise you. But the bigger thing is this. Most of the moves that they are making are so dirt cheap that tells me that nothing about this is a rebuild. Nothing about this is a rebuild. Nothing. The most important thing I can tell you is this. 9 times out of 10, we're trading that 7th pick. There are only two players that I think the Lions are willing to take if they are there at 7. 2. Could be wrong. Call me nuts. Jamar Chase and Zach Wilson. If neither of them two are there, the Lions will be more than willing to trade down with whoever wants to trade down. Whether that be the Panthers, whether that be the Denver Broncos, whether that be the 49ers, whoever wants to trade down. They ain't going to go further than 12, though. This is why I'm saying this, unless they can pick up so much more. I think the Lions is finna do something. I think we finna have 2 first-round picks in this draft. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all not paying attention. I think the Lions are finna have 2 first-round picks in this draft. Okay? And I think the Lions are going to take an offensive lineman and a linebacker. The more I look at it, it just makes the most sense. The more I look at it, it makes the Lions are in prime position. I remember arguing with my homie Easy from Easy Sports. Shout out to him. And he was like, "Man, we got to get down to the number 3 pick." And I'm like, "Why?" He like, "Because it's more value." And I'm like, "It's only more value if you're trading it." And the chances is most people not trading the 3rd overall pick because the price tag is too high. You really want to be closer to 10 or in 10 to have a good trade option. Watch what happened, people. I can't make this stuff up. Do y'all realize that this front office has literally said to our coaching staff, I'm going to not only retool this roster, but I'm going to make it in such an image that as I go through the years down the road and add players, I can dump these fillers. Why are we in the media not talking about how Michael Brockers? You realize that this man is on contract until next year? Bruh. Oh, my. Okay, let me do the math on this. Let me do the math. I don't even want to play with this. I'm going to do the math. See, it's better to do the math so you can understand the numbers, okay? They got rid of so many people. And here go the best part about it. They're not even done in free agency. Do you realize that they are waiting for the ball to drop for those teams who got to cut players to make space? Not to mention the undrafted free agents. The Detroit Lions have strategically already begun to improve our defense. They tried to keep Jared Davis. In the end, Jared Davis said, I'd rather take a short end deal, go somewhere else where I'm going to be wanted and prove it, and then I get my big deal. Okay. He goes over there with Robert Saleh. Great. Cool. But with that man on that screen that you're looking at, that man, Brad Holmes, that dude right there, bro, that's a bad man. and what make him a bad man is the support that he has behind him with Chris Spielman and John Dorsey. That's a bad man right there. Okay? Y'all don't understand the level of shock that I am at what is happening. Show of hands in the chat, put an emoji in there. Show of hands if you thought we would have gave a 7th round pick in 2023, 2 years from now, draft for Michael Brockers. When they said we made the trade, I was cool. I was like, let me see what we gave up. Probably a 5th round pick. When it came out that it was a 7th, I damn near hit the floor. I could not believe this. I don't believe this. We about to do some work, people. It's going to be some stuff moving around. It's going to be some people brought in we just not going to like. They're going to still produce to what is needed for the team to win. Y'all want to hear things the Lions way? This is it right here. Y'all want to talk about change of culture? This is it right here. Don't take 3 years. It just don't. And I know somebody's going to say, as bad as the Lions have been, that 100% that that it's not hard to go up from here. But that's not what this is about. That's not what this is supposed to be. This is about you being able to see the Lions way. In fact, I'm sticking with my predictions for the wins on the season. If I'm wrong, y'all can chew me a new one. I can take it. But stay with me for the logical point of this. If the Lions go out and win now, imagine the foundation that's built. Every player they ask, why did you come here? Said, because of Dan Campbell. Because of Dan Campbell. Okay. Can we see how he coached first? Dan Campbell's why I'm here. I like what's going on right now. I like what I see. Don't get me wrong. It could be all fluff. But these small decisions keep adding up and pounding up into an even bigger, better payday for the Lions. The Lions can probably do this year what the Lions couldn't do last year, even though they added an extra playoff spot. Even though they added an extra playoff spot, the Lions might actually have a chance to at least continue to be getting towards the playoffs, which they were clearly not in the running for last year. 7th round pick in 2023. 7th. I just knew we gave up more than 7th, Ghost Gunner. I knew it. Y'all in the chat. I want to see in the chat. Grade the offseason from the Lions thus far. Just grade it. Just based on moves alone. Some of y'all in here probably thinking like, bye, carry on. Carry on and not going nowhere. Did y'all not hear our head coach and our running back coach and our defensive coordinator and the offensive coordinator say we're trying to find guys who do one thing real good? Real good. And you know what carry on do real good? He blocks real good. They not getting rid of a blocking running back. You can literally, I guarantee you're going to see this. I promise y'all going to see this. It's going to be one of these games, you're going to be paying attention. It's going to be probably like an I formation. And you're going to see Kerryon at fullback and Jamal Williams at running back on goal line. Could you imagine what a defense must be thinking of who getting the ball with that? Could you imagine that? You play fantasy football, you better go get DeAndre Swift. He finna get a lot of carries. He finna get a lot of touches. I promise you that. I'm telling you that right now, that this team is so different. It's so different. And it's because we have a front office who is showing a level of competency. Lee Bender said, I was thinking at least a 5th or a 4th next year, nothing close to a 7th. And then 2 years later at that. No, who thought of this? Y'all can lie and say y'all the smart guy in the room if you want to, but we not doing this. I'm with you, Ramon. We don't need to draft a running back. Not this year. Let's be honest. And if they still do, guess what? You know why? I'm gonna tell you why the running back is still not out. Because there are at least 5 running backs that I could think of who can return kicks, who can return punts. So I'm not gonna completely wipe that out. I'm just pointing out to you that Tokyo Rockstar says not a playoff team, but at least 6 wins. Okay. They haven't even got done finishing the roster route. The other brilliant part of it is this. I'm going to show you how brilliant the front office is. The other brilliant part of it is, if you think about it, we lose Kenny Galladay, right? And what do they go out and do? Bring in Tyrell Williams. And most of the people was like, Tyrell Williams, man, we lost Kenny Galladay for nothing. We got Tyrell Williams. You realize that's a comp pick? That's a comp pick. I don't even care about comp pick, but that's a comp pick for next year. The Lions could end up with multiple draft picks because of this. Man, I'm glad Jerry Davis is gone. Watch the linebacker they add. He's not gonna be no big name linebacker. You know why? Because that's a comp pick. They're not finna. They're. Listen, man. They playing a whole different game while everybody is still talking about same old Lions, still talking about rebuild. This team trying to win today. And the best part about it is that when we go through and we look at the pieces that we can add in, it's about the team. It's not about one player. Who's the best player on offense right now? I'll wait. You want to tell me it's DeAndre Swift? I'm seeing a whole lot of good grades coming in here. B+, A. You want to tell me it's DeAndre Swift? You want to tell me that the best offensive player is Jared Goff? It's about the team. Jared Goff coming in here indicates that we're running the ball first. Get used to it. The Browns had a resurgence when they put the ball on the ground. Right? We're going to be a team that's so different, so night and day, that I'm not even sure I'm going to recognize who they are. And by year 2, while we got everybody on notice, we got 2 firsts, and I haven't even added the comp picks and everything else that we're going to get through trades. Michael Brockers can be absolute crapshoot. You want to know why I was so pissed when we added Everson Griffin? Because he wasn't worth that pick. If you told me we got Everson Griffin for a 7th, I would have been like, okay. Went out and traded for a guy who's going to get cut. That I said, I'm not even sure he wants to be here. And then he gets to his final game and says he wants to go back to Minnesota. I wonder why. Yeah, I'm with you, Ryan Williams. Frank Ragnar might be our best offensive player. The center might be the best offensive player. The best part about what the Lions are doing right now is it's not about one player. It's not about having it. And the biggest part of it is they're not breaking the bank. Have y'all paid attention to these contracts? Now, what the rumor is that they went to Michael Brockers and told him they need him to restructure his contract, and his side and them could not agree. Why would this be a challenge when Aaron Donald and everybody else restructured, Jalen Ramsey, all of them restructured their contracts to get money? Here he is not doing it. Here comes John Dorsey talking to Brad Holmes and Chris Spielman and Martha and saying, well, they got to get rid of him. And if I'm them, I would take anything versus nothing. Tell them we give him a 7. And Brad gets on the phone. Sneed, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, how's the kids? Everything's great? Yeah, listen. So, hey, let me ask you a question, man. What's going on with Mike, man? He's good? Okay. Well, listen, I know that you're going through a sticky situation, but I got a bag of potato chips and a Subway sandwich. If you can just, swing them over this way for me. And then, you know what Sneeze says? What kind of Subway sandwich is it? What kind? Is it? We got good dressing on it? Italian. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to send them on over there. And then the phone was hung up. And Brad turned around to Dorsey and them and said, I found the sucker and licked it. This is brilliant, people. This is brilliant. This is how I understand this stuff. This is beautiful. Smart decisions. How can you not be happy with these smart decisions? If you're not a happy person right now, come here. I'll give you a hug. This is BS. You should be excited. From this moment forward, I'm taking whatever question y'all got. Shoot them at me. All right. So Midwest Lions says the way I understand it, Brockers' deal was reworked once he was traded. Isn't that right? Yep. Another smart move. to make sure that he can fit within the cap on this team. Did all that, plus gave up a 7th round pick 2 years later. Unbelievable. I love all my One Pride family, but we building, y'all. And I think New Year is the real year we start knocking doors down. Yep. But we already looking in the right direction. Said, no, he just took the empty soda bottle from the broccoli. I'm telling you, brother, what did he offer him up, some fruities? Was Sneed blood sugar low or something? What the hell happened? Luke, do you think about all this money the Cardinals and Patriots are spending? Do you like their moves? The Patriots only suck because most of their team sat out because of COVID. They're not really spending money. They've always had it, but the way that they knew to go about it was, let's win, do the best that we can, and whatever we come out with is what we come out with. We in a win-win situation. In the case of the Cardinals, they ain't doing nothing. I remember a lot of people wanted that head coach, and he ain't doing nothing over there. They still have not took the next step with all the talent that they got. So this is a damn shame. So, ain't nothing there. I'm just saying, that's all he gave us, a Subway sandwich and a bag of chips. That's it. Nothing changed. Still want to draft a quarterback. Well, I'll tell you what, Tokyo Rockstar. If it ain't Zach Wilson, I wouldn't hold my breath. I'm just telling you, I don't think that's going to be the case. Brad Holmes has a voodoo doll with McVay and Sneed on it. He got something. He got something, or some very terrible picks. Thoughts on Neil? Why? That's my thoughts. Why? He's had a few injuries. I think he's probably at this point better served as a linebacker or in the box safety. But I think they want safety that got more range. And so I don't think he fits that range. So I'm going to probably say he's a no. I'm trying to figure out, based on different styles of defense I've seen that each one of these parts have been in, I don't know if Neil would fit that mold and if the contract is going to be suitable for what they're doing. Y'all got to keep in mind, we're talking money now. Do you put 3 or 4 ice cubes in your Kool-Aid? 6, actually. I put 6 in my Kool-Aid. Got to get it nice and cold, bro. And some pineapple juice. If you don't know what the pineapple juice and Kool-Aid, you missing out. How far down do you think we will trade down? As low as 18, as long as they're getting the capital that they want in players. So I think they, or whatever the Washington pick is, I think they can get as low as the Washington pick. Now, if you're talking about going from 7 to 19, Washington gonna give up a house. I can see Washington to go from 19 to 7. Washington gonna have to give up one of those D linemen that they don't draft it. More likely, probably Montez Sweat. That first at 19, a first in next year's draft. They would then have to give up at least a second in this year's draft and a 4th in next year's draft, and then we would probably have to give them a 5th. So there's a lot of scenarios that go there, but that's about as far as I can see them going down. But as long as they're still reckoning prospects and stuff, I can see them just keep moving it. They don't really care. You got to keep in mind, they came from an era where they don't care about first-round picks. One Pride 40 says that same on Lion Talk is dead. Don't worry about it. It's coming back real soon. Watch. It's haters going to say it's fake. Have you seen Joseph Awasi yet? I think he might be better linebacker than Jock. I know who he is. I'm saving all this stuff for videos. That's all I'm going to tell you. I'm trying to do a lot in a little bit of time and still work. You feel me? So I'm saving it for video. Pass on Will Fuller. Shining ankles made a glass. I can't. Will Fuller, last time he played a full season, I don't even think I had children. I mean, it feel like it's been that long. So how much cap space we have and what linebackers you believe we coming after? All right, let's see. Let me go see what the cap space look like. I want to make sure I go to check it out and we'll look at it. Now, clearly this ain't updated, but I can almost guesstimate where we'll be at. Let me see. I'm going to it right now as we speak, people. Don't kill me. All right. Let's see. Here we go. According to Over the Cap, we had about 6.2 million. However, I'm still not buying that because of two reasons. One, I know that there are other moves that we have made that they have not accounted for yet. And then two, these people know what they're doing, y'all. They know what they're doing. So we had about 6.2. Let's see. Let's get into it. All right. 6.2. And now we got to go. Oh, damn. They move fast on here. They already done added Michael Brocker's contract. Okay. Well, all right. Did not see that coming. Look, already right there. You want to talk about a rental? That's a perfect rental right there. All right. Nick Williams. I'm worried about you, bro. I mean, look, y'all. They literally take $1,000 cap hit to save $4.6 million. Y'all think Nick Williams gonna survive? What y'all think? Y'all think Nick Williams gonna make it? I'm just saying. I'm at that point where we looking at it. I don't think Nick Williams gonna make it. Not if you're talking money. I got Dawson Prince who says, you think we should sign Hassan Reddick? Are we playing a 3-4? If yes, then yeah, I'll take a flyer on Hassan Reddick. But the problem is that's not what the Lions trying to do this year. It's about the money, and I think Hassan Reddick will require a certain amount of money. Now, if these crazy gang of front office people can find a way to restructure a deal small enough, I can see it done. He said Chase Daniels is still on there. Let me see. Oh, yep, Chase still on there. But we can just go ahead and just cut him off. Boom. We can take him off. Whoever, let's see who all still on there. And we'll take it off and we'll kind of get a closer number. Mike Ford, Julie Nakor. Let's see. I mean, so far, I gotta be honest. So far, and it's still a ton of people who I know is not going to make the final roster. But man, the Lions finna be looking good soon. Real good. He the only one that I think is still on there. They already took off everybody else. So we close to like 8 million basically in cap space. I really want to say that we're probably closer realistically to probably about like 11. But it's still work that's coming down the pipeline. So, I mean, you got to just look at it. The overall point of it is this team is doing something different. Word is Holmes initially offered an 8th round pick for he offered an 8th round pick for Donald, but settled on that 7 for Brockers, bruh. Bruh, I don't know how he did it. 2 years from now, at that, I'm shocked. Anyone else having Snacks flashback with the 9 million or whatever we paying Brockers? No, because we gave up a higher draft pick for Snacks, and then even after that, and that was Snacks on a 1-year deal. Michael Brockers is not on a 1-year deal, and he's got 2 years on this deal. And Snacks had 2. Snacks had 2, but I think when it came time for Snacks to go, they re-signed him. You gotta have to see him re-sign. And then we could talk about it. But I can get your drift, but I don't think they're the same situations. What wide receivers do you think we should target in the 2nd and 3rd round? Ooh, you trying to get me into some of my videos. I'll put it like this. The kid out of USC who drops a few passes in crucial times, I can see him being a later round pick. Let me see, who was I like? Man, this draft is loaded with receivers, bro. Like, I feel like it's not even necessarily a person per se, but it's just a matter of the talent. This draft is loaded. I'm just saying. Look, Jimbo G says, Luke G, this ain't fake. This is real. Haters gonna say it's fake. I'm just saying. Haters gonna say it's fake. It says, I wonder if Brockers benefited too much from playing next to Donald, like Fairley next to Sue. I wouldn't worry about it because I think he did benefit. But the thing is, to me, I don't think I'm gonna say he benefited, but at best he's got 5 sacks. He's gonna be asked to take up space. He's there to be a run defender and take up space, and while trying to get to the quarterback, somebody that you can move around. He's not there. He's not there to change the wheel. He's not trying to reinvent, anything new. So when you're worrying about how he's going to be used, you also got to ask yourself, how was the other people used? Go over to the Saints and how were they using players similar to Michael Brockers? That's all I'm saying. Just look at it a little bit differently. Y'all got to be optimistic today. This ain't the day for nothing to be said. It says, can't wait to next offseason. We'll have a bunch of picks, and I think we'll have around 60 or 70. Well, let's look at it. Let's look at what the projection is. All right. So if we go to 2022, and they're projecting us to have, let me make it big, between $64 million in cap space. And that's without all the names falling off. So you're right. We're going to be in a very good position next year when it comes to the cap. Just saying. God, I love football. All right. Keep the questions coming. I'm going to try to hit as many as possible. Let me see. We're going to build a cheap defense and a cheap wide receiver core. I've been saying this. Grunt work people. That's all it's going to be. Thoughts on Marquise Goodwin? Would you sign him? Nope. Not unless, if you tell me I can get him for like dirt cheap and he's just going to be my kick and punt return guy, which, yeah, but I still feel like no. I feel like he cool, but at this point, with his height and what we trying to do, nope, he going to be a gadget guy. And I don't want that. I want somebody who can come in, down out, and perform. I'm good on him. You think we should sign Rick? All right, Sparty Party. Hey, shout out to the Sparty Party people. Yep, I answered that one already. Let me go down here. I hope they're planning on letting Williams go. He gone, bro. That's 4.6 million. They're not gonna leave that on the books. Not with this draft. Some of these cuts ain't gonna happen until they got the guy that they want in place anyway. So you just gotta be patient at this point. Chase Daniels is still. Let me get on down here. Cheap deals only people. Yep. I don't know why people keep trying to. We're not trying to blow. Listen, we're trying to set us up to have cap space and money. You want big name people? You should see next year's free agent list. Right? Like if there's some people that you was really into, look at next year's free agent list. There's no reason for us to go out and sign big name players to this year. Whoever wanted Riddick, he just signed to the Panthers. Perfect. Perfect. They had that boy out of position in Arizona anyway, but perfect. Will we add another veteran cornerback? Yes. After they fill out the rest of the roster. It's got to be somebody who wants to be here. So what I can see them doing is something like talking to like somebody who can I think of that's old but still got a little bit left in the tank. Oh, but got a little bit. Let me see. Let me go back to my little list of free agents. Let me just go and look real quick for y'all. I'll go to that little list and I'll be able to kind of tell you who I can see them kind of targeting. again, keep in mind that a lot of this stuff is happening because they're doing it for money purposes. The pattern that I picked up on is that most of the moves that we are making are for financial purposes only, right? They still want to get talent, but they want to get talent that makes sense. Like they feel like we can go and buy a Lamborghini, but a Dodge Charger would do just fine. It's not gonna kill you. But in terms of some possible cornerbacks that I think could be up there, let's see. Who's still out there is the first question. Alfred Robert from Arizona. He fit what they do as a cheap cornerback. Sidney Jones, a 25-year-old cornerback from Jacksonville. He fits what they do. I don't know if they would go and get a guy like Janoris Jenkins because he's 33 and he a hothead, but I wouldn't be against it. Like I'm not finna kill him. Another person I can see them even looking at, Tony Brown, cornerback from Cincinnati. So in terms of cornerbacks that we can get with veteran presence, they got options. With all the trades, what do you feel are our current areas of weakness and strength? The strength of our team is the front office. If you're talking about on the field personnel and talent, the strength of the team, in my opinion, is going to be offense as a unit. But in terms of getting more specific, I would say that it's probably our tight end room, because it's balanced. I think they need to add one more offensive lineman for the lineman to be the strength. In terms of our weaknesses, which is a position that we're not talking about, it's our safety position. I don't care what you do in your front seven if your back end sucks. I've watched it with Dallas Cowboys for years. Safeties couldn't cover poop with a blanket, front seven clown, and they get by the goal line and everything break down because you don't have a smart safety. So I feel like safety is one of our weakest positions because once you get past Tracy Walker, then who? At least with the receiver, you can name somebody. Who you gonna name after Tracy Walker? Nobody. Let me see. Ready to sign. What's going on, Marcus Willis? Let me see. We're going to get through this. I want to knock as many questions as possible. It says, Steve-O, that's partially true. Broncos work in the run game allowed Donald to be more aggressive rushing passers. Let me see. We got Midwestern, maybe a filler. Dory Jackson, I think he's going to have a market. Let's get that out the way. Dory Jackson is going to have a market. And what scares me about a person who has a market, we're not looking at him, right? Like to look at him, I think is too expensive. So if you're telling me Dory Jackson don't have a market, then I'm like, all right, bet it up. He ain't got no market. But I think he will have one, and I think that's going to hurt us. Oh, you know I love some Andre Cisco. Get that ball hawk in here. And let's see. Looking at I don't know what is he asking me to look at it or what is that? Excuse me. I love Jamal Williams personally, so he's going to be fun to watch and have on the team. And he's not your feature back. Some games you might need Swift to be full-fledged Swift, and in some games you might need to pound out a few yards. Let me get on a few more before I get up out of here. He also returns kicks. And listen, again, gonna cost you money. Richie Grant is a second rounder, and Cisco is a late second or early third. Why would you think Richie Grant is a second round pick? Like, why? Why would he be a second round pick? Have you looked at the draft order? Like, I think if you look at the draft order, you would be shocked. Because I think Richie Grant gets taken in the first round. If you just go through the draft order. So let's go through the 2021 NFL draft order. Let me get there. Make it all nice and presentable for people. I could show you where I think he's going to go. And then if you disagree, then by all means, kill me on it, right? But I'll show you where I think he's going to go. But I don't see him as a second round safety. I mean, Antoine Winfield went in the first, and I think Richie Grant is just as comparable as Antoine Winfield. Let's look at possible safety positions. Who's the Seattle Seahawks safety? They're going to add more safety help. Not Seattle, I'm sorry. For my life, Jacksonville. Sweet Jesus. Jacksonville going to add another safety. The Jets need another safety. They just got rid of Jamal Adams. They could use another safety. Pittsburgh may could use a safety, but I think they go a totally different direction than most people are going to think. You're just looking at teams who need safeties. The New Orleans Saints is going to look at a safety. You know, they got some options. I think he can still make it to the first. Vegas has proven that they don't mind doing strange things. So you got to look at it and figure out if you're a team that needs safety. Richie Grant is probably the most complete. I just like Cisco because he's a ball hawk. Oh, Winfield went in the second. Okay. Which one of the other safeties went in the first then? It's one of them and he got hurt. I can't think of his name. But if he went in the second, I respect that. Thank you for correcting me. Let me go right here. What do you think about the Bears signing Dalton? Bro, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. First of all, I don't know why Bear fans thought that they really were going to get Russell Wilson. Did y'all hear what they offered? This is the rumor. The rumor is that the Bears offered 3 first-round picks. 3 first-round picks. A third and 2 starters for Russell Wilson. And the truth is, I know why Seattle turned it down. If you figure that they got a defense and all they got to do is add a running back, which they already got one over there in Chicago, all they got to do is add that and maintain it, I'm almost sure 100% of the time that team is probably going to be finishing with the 30th to 32nd pick. So why take that trade? It's dumb. If they would have offered up Khalil Mack and something comparable with those first, Seattle would have took it. They didn't offer him nothing like that. They offered up some damn chips, and that's why you don't see nothing change. Let me see what we got right here. Will Franks get re-signed? 100%. Do you think the Bears will be the worst team will be a worse team than the Lions? I do. I think this is Matt Nagy's last year with the Bears. 100%. I think that lock it up. It's 100%. Is there anyone in this draft that you or mortgage next year's draft pick to climb back into the first to get? I think the Lions are going to get back into the first. I'm just not sure for who. That's the problem. I think we're going to end up with using 2 first-round picks this first draft. Just saying. Luke, do you prefer free safety or strong safety to have different skill sets, or do you prefer your safety to be interchangeable? I prefer them to be interchangeable because what I find is when you start to just dwell on one style, you can get exposed. Seattle Seahawks had Cam Chancellor, and then you had Earl Thomas. Well, Cam Chancellor would try to knock your block off. Earl would try to knock your block off, but a lot of times Earl understood he can go for the ball and had a better skill set of doing that. I would prefer them to be interchangeable. But if I had to take one over the other, right now I think we got a safety with ball skills, so a guy who can knock your block off, I'm okay with. Let's see. All right. Listen, I ran home, y'all. Y'all don't even understand. I ran home. I said, you know what? Before they call me to something else, let me get on home. And I shot myself home. Now, Burr, are you familiar with linebacker Eric Wilson, free agent from Minnesota? Oh, that's for somebody else. All right. Listen, do you think we can get no? I think no. I feel like he okay, let me go and look him up really quick. If maybe I'm the one tripping. Maybe I'm not remembering it right. It's very possible that I could be remembering it wrong. But I just don't see how or why the Falcons would let this guy walk. Well, my issue with him was I felt like he was hurt a lot recently. And I felt like and I was right. So the first 2 years he played great. And then 18 was hurt. 19 was hurt. He came back and played pretty fairly well based on statistics. But I think that's a market for him too. Like, I just think it's going to be anybody that's got a market, don't even look at them. Don't look at them. If they got like a super strong market, don't waste your energy. All right. Don't even do it. Let me see. You ran home. I did, bro. I ran home. I was like, oh, listen, because if you don't, it is going to be a problem. Luke, when can I join the show? When you hit me up on Instagram, Twitter, or on my Discord, and you will be on the show. Just like that. Bam. No problems. No questions asked. Just hit me up. One of those three, and I'll get you on. But I'm going to show y'all why y'all don't need to worry about this free agency. You ain't got to worry about it. His ego ain't in the way. He ain't trying to be the smart guy in the room. This for y'all people. This for those people right there. He ain't got the ego to put in the way in the first place. He ain't got it. This is the benefit of smart people in the front office making decisions. If y'all don't like what y'all see so far, stay tuned. Haters going to say it's fake. They going to say it's fake. What safeties do you like besides Morig, Grant, Cisco, Holland, Washington, Hamas? Let me see. I like Glaspie. I like Ford. I like what is the dude name from Washington? Oh God. Damn it. I gotta go and look at my little list. But I got a video coming for that one real soon. Real soon. I mean that's what I'm saying, man. Listen, people. I gotta get out of here. I hope you hit that like button. I hope you hit that subscribe button. I hope you hit that bell. I'm putting in all kind of overtime trying to bring content to you and to keep this thing going. If you ain't told a friend to tell his auntie, to tell her uncle, to tell her brother and her nephew and her husband to come check me out, I don't know what you're doing. Okay? But I can tell you this much, people. This is not a rebuild. This is not a team looking to lose this year. This is not a team that's finna lay down and just say, we just don't got enough talent. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Jimbo G says, Luke, where my video at? Bro, I've been working on everything. I've been working on a lot. I'm working on trying to get that knocked out too. So 100% trying to get her done. Paris Ford just ran a 4.940 yard dash today. So, like, if I wouldn't have got took him down, I'll show you what Ford brings to the table. It don't look like a 49 on film. He a safety. Like, I'm not trying to be funny, but it don't look like that on the field. I really do like what I see out of Ford. Those 50-50s of the time blockers took on double teams was 50% of Aaron Rodgers going against one blocker. Let me see. Make sure I ain't missing nothing now. Let's see. You can't rebuild an empty parking lot. Talk to them again. They don't understand. John Dorsey did this rebuild thing over and over again. It's not fake. Haters gonna say it's fake. I promise you. Haters gonna say it's fake. We signing a receiver or drafting one? Both. We already signed a receiver. We still gonna draft one. Joey, why don't you look up how many sacks Donald had up against a single blocker? All I know is Ndamukong Suh came to that team and Aaron Donald had the best season of his life. Just saying. If it's still a rebuild, Dorsey took a 4-win Kansas City team to an 11-win team in one offseason. Don't say that, one funky Lion fan. It takes 3 years to change culture. Don't say that. It takes 3 years. No way you can happen that quick. Neither did Teez Tabor. He was a cornerback. He should have been playing safety. From what I'm hearing, he's refusing to switch position. You think we drafting a running back even though we signed Williams? Not unless he return kicks, and he's gonna be there late in the draft. That's different, but you think Brocker was the Donald catalyst and not the other way around? I have one more argument. Okay. Oh, I thought Gillespie was number 3. He's 9. Okay. Luke, we build him, but we don't want them to lay down, be competitive like the Pistons, but you're still going to hold the L's. I believe that. They're going to get some L's. The problem is you're going to also get a team that you're going to come out and not know what the hell going on. And most people not going to really catch on to what the Lions is doing until about week 5. And by that point, we've already been a 3 to 4 win team, possibly. We must build a winning culture. It will cure everything. Yep, and it don't take 3 years to do. All right, good people, that's my show for today. I'm finna go ahead and hit y'all with my positive quotes because I gotta lift up spirits today, right? I gotta lift up spirits today. Today's positive quote comes from me, right? It's because I had to tell myself this today. Stop kicking your ass when you down, right? Like when you down, there's no need to kick yourself, right? And what I mean by that is this. I think we spending way too much time, people, way too much time dwelling on things that's out of our hands in the first place. Rather than use all that energy to kick ourselves while we're down, how about use that energy to pick ourselves up? The funny thing about being down is when you're down, there's no further you can go. You see, in order for somebody to create another level for you to go further down, they got to put in work too. And now at that point, it becomes a competition. And if you're anything like me, you're all about winning the competition. If you challenge me, I plan on winning. And at the end of the day, I had to tell myself that today because I got it to a place where things wasn't going the way I wanted to go quite as fast as I wanted to go. And I kicked myself while I was down, but only for a minute. Start picking yourself up and challenging the part of you that stayed on the damn ground and leave it behind. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you tune back in. I got so much more coming. We got film studies coming. Obviously, we got drafts coming. It's all coming. When I say it's coming, it's coming. I'm working hard trying to do that and get videos out and do everything I can so I can keep everybody entertained. But if you don't like what that man right there on that screen has done, then come get this hug. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell. And as always, don't be no chump. Please do your research. We are out.